Well, hello everyone. On behalf of the Professional Triathletes Organization, welcome to our press conference for the inaugural Collins Cup. I'm going to get to introduce you to all of these amazing athletes behind me in just a couple of minutes. My name's Kevin McKinnon. I'll be the on-site MC for all of the activities this weekend. And I am thrilled to welcome you to an event that is destined to change the sport as we know it and take everything to a new level. We're really excited about all of the racing that is going to be happening tomorrow afternoon, and thank you all for joining us here for this press conference. So, you guys aren't here to listen to me. Let's introduce you to all of these amazing athletes. First thing though, we're going to bring up first up are our team captains. So on behalf of Team Europe, if we could get Natasha Badman to come on up. For Team USA, Karen Smyers. And Team International, Lisa Bentley. I can't help it. I'm Canadian. Lisa's Canadian. We got to start with Lisa here. Lisa, how much would you like to be able to race against these other two women who are standing next to you right now?
Well, that's a funny question to start with because it was an interview question yesterday, and they said to Simon and I, "What if you could, roll back the clocks? Who would be the two competitors that you would want to race this distance with?" And I said Karen Smyers and Natasha Badman, and here we are. So perhaps this is something that's going to evolve as time goes on. We're going to have little match-offs between the captains.
All right, maybe we could have that as the tiebreaker for this weekend. Karen Smyers, what is it like to be part of this inaugural Collins Cup for you?
Oh, it's fantastic. I have to just quickly add that my interview question was, who would I most like to have a beer with, which I thought was very funny. Maybe that's how they view me now, as more the beer drinker than the racer. But and I said, pretty much anybody I'd be happy to have a beer with. This is a huge honor. It's just such a thrill to wear the U.S. uniform once again. I couldn't be more happy to see this event get off the ground. I just think it's so great for the professional athletes to have an organization that's working for them and to see the sport brought to a new level in the eyes of the world.
Thanks so much, Karen. And Natasha, we just keep hearing Team Europe is supposed to dominate this thing. What's it like to be in that pressure cooker of leading this group?
As a world champion myself, I know that it's quite a pressure that's going on these girls because everybody is expecting from them to bring up big results against other outstanding athletes. So we just keep it calm. And we said in Switzerland, we take the Swiss saying that says, don't eat the chicken before you catch it. So first we're going to catch these chickens before we say the trophy is ours. But make sure these girls are ready to rock and they're ready to give everything they have.
I love it. Thank you so much, Natasha. And I guess all of the Team Europe didn't know that they're swimming, biking, running, and catching chickens tomorrow. Yeah.
See, that's our strategy. We planted that. So they're going to be off catching chickens, and we're just going to keep going. So we have no problem
and I also want to find out, did Team International really steal Team Europe's coffee machine? There's been that rumor going around.
We will use whatever we have to use.
Yeah, but we prepared the coffee machine. It's only brown water.
All right, so just quickly, if there's any questions for our captains from the audience out here, otherwise we can move on to the athletes. That's wonderful. All right. Hey, thank you so much, our team captains, Natasha Badman, Karen Smyers, and Lisa Bentley. All right, well, we'll run through our matches here, and in match number 1, we have from Switzerland, PTO ranking number 1, Daniela Rief from Team Europe. We've got an Olympic silver medalist representing the United States, Taylor Knibb, And from Team International, PTO World Ranking number 2, Teresa Adam. If we could get you guys to come on up. Sorry, I almost said Natasha. I'm getting my Swiss Ironman champions mixed up here. Daniela, have you been out practicing catching chickens for the last little bit?
Well, yeah, I just hope I don't get grilled. I mean, it's a tough match here, so I'm really looking forward to it. But it's, yeah, like Natasha said, you have to perform, and then you see what will happen, because I'm sure these two are very hungry as well to catch and eat some chicken.
Well, at some point, we're going to stop with that chicken thing, but I'm having fun with it right now. So, Taylor Knibb, you're coming on into this after a big win last weekend in Edmonton, but you don't have a whole ton of experience over this kind of distance. How are you feeling going into tomorrow?
Well, we'll see. I think I can answer that question better around like 7 p.m. probably. But I also, this is a new distance for everyone. It's a little bit shorter than a half, so hopefully that helps.
I love it. And Teresa Adam, we don't get to see you racing on our side of the planet so much, but you've been ripping things up down in Oceania over the last couple of years. So how are you feeling coming into this? I think a lot of folks are, maybe not as familiar with you, but I have a feeling you're ready to rip one out tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess I haven't raced much the last couple of years because we haven't been able to get over here. But yeah, I guess for me this weekend, I've had a tough year this year, so I haven't really done too much racing. I haven't raced since January, so I'm honestly just going to go absolutely nuts. So yeah, that's my race plan. See what happens. I have no idea.
There you go. Well rested anyway, coming on into
well
this
rested.
one. So I love it. That's great. Do we have any questions from the audience for our first matchup here? I'm obviously doing a great job asking questions, aren't I? Well, that's great. Okay, thank you very much. Our first matchup right there. All right, our second match for tomorrow. Looking forward to this one from Team Europe, PTO ranking number 4, Lucy Charles Barkley from Great Britain, the Olympic bronze and silver medalist from this year, representing Team USA, Katie Zaferes, and PTO ranking number 6 from Canada, Team International, Paula Finley. Paula, you're the reigning, PTO 2020 champion. That was a huge win for you in December. How are you feeling coming into tomorrow's Collins Cup?
I'm excited for it. This is obviously a completely different format and race than Daytona was, and coming in at a different time of year, and I'm against two very incredible athletes, so I'm definitely very nervous, and I know it's going to be a chase for me since they're super quick in the water, so that'll be my goal all day, is just to see the front of my heat.
I love it. Lucy, you have jumped into just about every type of race you could possibly do in 2021. Olympic swim trials, and then WTC, World Triathlon Championship racing, and all kinds of stuff. So is this just another adventure for the Lucy Charles Barkley 2021?
Yeah, I mean, give me anything and I'll get stuck in. So I'm really excited for this event. And like you said, I've just been trying my hand at everything this year. Any opportunity I can get, I wanted to give it a go, especially with a year of pretty much no racing last year. So yeah, this event is set to be super cool. I'm so excited to race these two ladies, and I'm sure we're going to have an epic battle out there.
And Katie, for you, what a summer it has been, Olympics and all of that stuff. How are you feeling in this? It's a little different realm for you.
a very different realm, but I'm excited. I mean, obviously these two have both done short course and quite well at it, so I'm hoping the same happens to me going up. I wish I was a little more prepared for it, but I'm just going to have fun with it. And yeah, I feel like I have Paula's same plan, which is to see the front the whole time.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Lucy's not going to be swimming that fast, so I think she was saying that she's going to wait for you guys to keep it interesting.
I heard that too.
All right, any questions for this crew here? Please don't all jump at once. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Thanks so much. Lucy Charles Barkley, Katie Zafaris, and Paula Finley. Our third match for tomorrow, this is, we're sort of calling this one the race of the runners, I think, at some level. Can't wait to see how this one all develops. From Team Europe, she is PTO ranked number 3, Annie Haug. From Team USA, PTO ranking number 15, Jackie Herring. And for Team International from South Africa, PTO ranking number 11, Jeannie Metzler. So Annie, is there any truth that you guys have all decided we're just going to swim and ride together and then just turn it into an 18K foot race?
That would be quite nice, to be honest, because we are here to have the fastest running split. Maybe we should work together and make it really, really fast. So I can't wait for it.
Jackie, are you buying in on that one, or do you have a slightly different plan?
That sounds pretty painful to me. I'm not sure that will work out for me.
And Jeannie Metzler, what is it like for you being part of this Collins Cup, the inaugural Collins Cup?
I mean, it's such an honor to be here. Honestly, last week I didn't think I was going to be here. I had some issues with my passport, and I got a visa on Friday, so I was like, I really wasn't sure. So to be here right now, it's just such an honor and a privilege, and so excited to race.
I love it. Annie, what do you sort of envision is going to be the hardest part of tomorrow?
I think every part, because everyone wants to be the fastest you can possibly be. So I just jump in the water and press the gas pedal through and until I reach the finish line, like I would do in every single race. And then we see how Saturday will unfold.
I love it. All right. Any questions for the crew up here? Oh, there we go.
Hello everyone, I'm Ondřej. I have maybe additional kind of question to the battle of the runners. I see the first transition is quite like long. Do you consider this as a part of the running battle?
Yeah.
I don't know how long is it. Is it a K long or how long is it?
It's like long enough, if I run fast, I can close my swim gap, maybe.
Oh, so it's a quadrathlon.
Yeah, I think you can definitely make up some time there, but when you get to run against really fast people, I mean, sometimes it makes up that time, sometimes it doesn't, but yeah, transitions you try and make them as fast as possible, and that will definitely be a part of the race.
Fantastic. That is great. Thank you so much. There's Annie Haug, Jackie Herring, and Jeannie Metzler. Where am I at? Number 4, our fourth match for tomorrow. Representing Team Europe, she's from Great Britain. PTO World Ranking number 5, Holly Lawrence. For Team USA, PTO ranking number 10, Skye Munch. And for Team International, PTO ranking number 16, Ellie Salthouse from Australia. So Ellie, you've been like so many of the, I guess, Aussies and New Zealand athletes, I don't want to say stuck in Australia, but you're sort of stuck in Australia. What's it like to finally have a chance to be back racing again more internationally?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to be able to travel again and race internationally, but we were really, really lucky in Australia to be able to have so many races this year. I got 4 races in Australia done earlier this year and a 5th in Andorra. So yeah, really lucky, really privileged to be able to race, and now obviously to open up the rest of the world and be able to race again around the world is incredible.
Holly, you're used to sort of pressure-packed situations, worlds and all that kind of stuff. Is it a little different when you've got a team behind you in terms of the pressure coming into this one?
Yeah, it's a totally novel experience to share a team with like so many of my competitors usually, and it's been a really bonding experience, I think. So yeah, just relishing being part of a team.
And for you, Sky, it's been a pretty whirlwind couple of years, after, big win in Frankfurt and then accident later in 2019. And it's sort of a comeback for a little while, but it feels like you're definitely well back. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I do. I mean, the comeback was a little stalled with COVID, to be honest, so I think the comeback got, watered down. But I do feel back and better than I was in 2019 for sure. So, yeah, I'm excited to be here.
And in terms of your matchup here, what do you think is going to be key for you to having a good day tomorrow?
I mean, these ladies, I don't think I've ever swum with either of them or on their feet, so that's going to be my challenge tomorrow is swimming as fast as possible. And, both these women, I don't consider them to have a weakness, so I'll have to be on my A game. And I'm just hoping with all the drama that's been going on with their little battle, they'll maybe do their heads in or something. I'll just come from behind.
All right. Hey, thank you very much for opening that door for me. So, okay, what's up, Holly and Ellie? I wasn't going to bring this up, but who wants to take on? What's the drama all about?
I think Ellie should take it first, considering that she dragged me into this, yeah.
It has been blown way out of proportion.
Oh, please.
2019, I had a mechanical on the bike at World Champs, and there were some things said, and basically that's all it was. And
I think she's missing out a part, though.
Here we go.
Say your side, you got to say the whole part. So basically, we were all together in the beginning of. I have to tell the story now because
two sides to every story.
Definitely. We were all together coming out. It was like super, super stressful. There was a bunch of us before we were taking the left up the climb. And I saw Ellie come by. We were all kind of perfectly distanced. And I saw her go, and I was like, wow, she's going to have to go all the way to the front, which is, suicide. And she slotted in front of me, which, heat in the moment, I wasn't too happy about it. I was scared that I was going to potentially get a penalty if the referee just saw the back half of it. And she pulled out, unfortunately, which I didn't realize until later, with a mechanical that was ending her race. And I did say some not very nice words, saying, karma is a something, but messed up the words a little bit. So she's had a lot of time to let that really get under her skin, and she's brought me to play my part with it now. So and we're going to be mic'd up for the race, which is, I think everyone's waiting for me to say that, and I'm not going to give anyone the benefit.
So, Sky and Ellie, if there's any way you can get her to say that on the race tomorrow, I will pitch in some cash.
Ideal.
I think there's going to be some drinking games for the countries that are nighttime watchers to see if I'm going to say it. Maybe I have to just, give the viewers what they want.
All right. Do we have, I don't know how you follow up on that, but does anyone want to try with a question? All right. Hey, thanks so much. And boy, are we looking forward to this one tomorrow. All right, let's get our fifth match up here from Team Europe. She's from Great Britain. PTO ranking number 7, Emma Pallant-Brown. From Team USA, PTO world ranking number 22, Chelsea Sodaro. And for Team International from Australia, PTO World Ranking number 13, Sarah Crowley. So Chelsea, what is it like for you to have a whole team sort of depending on you and behind you coming into a race?
You know, I'm a very proud American, so it's an honor to represent my country here. I'm really excited to line up with these women because I have a ton of respect for them, and I've, we've competed together throughout the years, so it's going to be a real privilege to represent on Saturday.
I love it. And so Sarah, it's been I feel like you've been over in the U.S. for a good portion of the year. So international travel and racing, not a huge deal, but this is a very different format to what you're used to in terms of racing. What are you looking forward to tomorrow?
I actually think almost all the races I've done this year have felt a little bit like that, with Challenge Miami and Daytona, very fast sort of racing, and nowadays I'm more akin to the long course type racing, but I am very used to racing in a situation where you have to either be behind or in front. I've had a lot of experience with both sort of scenarios, and so I'm kind of looking forward to testing myself and seeing if you can hang in there from a psychological perspective, whichever way it turns out. But I think we've got a good fun matchup here. I'm quite friendly with Emma, and Chelsea's on the up, so yeah, I think we'll have a really fun race.
Emma Pallant-Brown. It's going to take me a while to get the Brown in there, but hey, congratulations for that, by the way.
Thank you. I keep forgetting as well.
So are you in for hey, this is nice and friendly and we'll just have a nice little jaunt out there? You've been racing pretty fast of late. I have a feeling you're not planning on waiting around.
Yeah, I think there's a few tactics. I think going into it, I might psych Sarah out a little bit by just like talking Aussie and just getting a little bit of rough in there. She's, I've been on a team with Chelsea as well, so it's been good fun. But I think it is going to be a very interesting battle.
Emma's actually joining me for a swim after this, so I think she wants to practice swimming on my feet.
True story.
Are you going to join the lane too there, Chelsea, and get in on that action?
You know, I'm a planner. I like to have things really dialed in, so I've actually already swam this morning.
No pressure there, but all right. Any questions for this crew? Fantastic. Another fun matchup we're looking forward to. All right, and of course we saved the best for our last, our sixth matchup here. We've got representing Team Europe from Great Britain, PTO World Ranking number 9, Katrina Matthews. For Team USA, PTO World Ranking number 41, Jocelyn McCauley. And for Team International from Australia, PTO World Ranking number 8, Carrie Lester. Jocelyn, you had a little laugh as I announced that one. How are you feeling coming into this matchup?
Well, 2021, I've traveled the top 100 board quite a bit lately, just from coming back from giving birth for my daughter back in March. So, and then had a great race in Finland. So I'm ready to get out there and give it a rip.
I love it, and congratulations. Kat Matthews, Katrina, I'm always trying to figure that one out. Kat, what do you see as being key for you in the matchup here tomorrow?
So obviously both Carrie and Jocelyn are good swimmers. All three of us are Ironman distance sort of specialists, I guess, if I can call myself that, against these well-esteemed athletes. So I think for me it's going to be about making sure I have a strong swim, and I'm either with them or just behind them, maybe. Who knows? But then I do hope to make some time up on the bike and the run, so I think it'll be a good match.
Oh, that's a given. We're looking forward to that one. Carrie Lester, it's been sort of whirlwind few years for you as well. Like, last time I got to hang out with you was 2019 when you were on fire in Mont Tremblant and all of that stuff. How are things feeling in 2021, this crazy year, and coming into the Collins Cup?
Yeah, I think I had a career best year in 2019. I saw you a lot, Kevin, and it was 2020. I was going into the year with a lot of motivation, and of course, COVID came along and put a halt on everyone's plans. So it was definitely a tough year for me to make that decision whether I had the motivation to kind of keep going into 2021 or whether that was God's way of telling me that it was my time to retire. But here I am, and I'm still here. I've had a great couple of races in June. I was lucky enough to win Ironman Coeur d'Alene, just raced Embraman 10 days ago, and that was my fifth and final race there, and it was another great one for me. I had a fantastic day, and yeah, this is obviously not my distance, but I'm certainly going to have fun, and I think it's not the distance for either of these two ladies standing up here with me on the stage, and I think we might be a little offended actually that we're in match 6. Does that mean that we're the slowest? I'm not.
Best for last.
Best to last. Okay.
Yeah, for me, this is you guys are the potential. Like if it's really close and everything, it all comes down to you. So
Team Europe will have won all 5 in front. So as match 6,
coming from behind.
So you have the pressure.
I've got to herd all the chickens through.
Yeah, what if you don't catch the last chicken? Like,
Well,
does that mean
exactly.
you don't win?
We need all 6 golden eggs.
Fantastic, and Carrie, I'm very glad that you didn't end up retiring last year.
I'm very happy
awesome
about
to have
that
you
too.
here.
Thank you.
All right, we'll open things up if anyone has any questions. All right, you guys are free. And so we have 18 men out there who are chomping at the bit to come on in here and chat with you as well. We'll let these guys get away and rest up, and best of luck to all of our teams tomorrow. One more time for Team USA, Team International, and Team Europe. Oh, sorry, just before you go, everyone, it sounds like, my bad. Paul is making me get you back up on the stage for a photo. And masks on, off if possible. All right. Hey, thank you so much, everyone. Great job here today.
Just for a different group shot with Daniela Reed. Daniela Reed, can you just take a photo with Karen? Anyhow? Can I sleep a full day?
One, two. Hey guys, good morning. If you didn't see the GPS folks earlier on your way out, if you can go along, they want to sync either your watch or your heart rate strap. If you guys don't use a heart rate strap, they have them. We're not going to mandate the usage. I appreciate some people don't like using heart rate. If you do use it, it's great. We can use the data. It'll make it more entertaining. They're there in blue shirts. I think about half of you saw them already. So thanks very much.
Thanks so much, Sam. All right, well, welcome once again. On behalf of the Professional Triathletes Organization, I'd like to welcome you to the inaugural Collins Cup press conference. My name's Kevin McKinnon. I'll be the on-site MC for all of our activities this weekend, and it gives me great pleasure now to bring up our male competitors, our men's competitors for the Collins Cup tomorrow. We're going to start, we'll introduce our team captains and bring them on up, and then we'll go one by one through the various matchups for tomorrow. So if I could, I'll get our team captains up. From Team USA, Mark Allen. From Team International, Simon Whitfield. And from Team Europe, Norman Stadler. I'm going to do this 2 for 2. I put Lisa on the spot first last time, so I'm going to go with another Canadian here, Simon Whitfield. How would you feel about taking these two on as the tiebreaker for tomorrow's event?
We could dog paddle our way through. We could ride a bike and then, I don't know, just have a stroll together. That sounds good. You in for that?
I can't swim anymore.
You can't swim anymore neither. I mean, back in the day, that'd be the dream.
He said I never could.
Wow, it's begun.
Oh.
The trash talking's for the other teams, not within it, so there you go.
I'm crying.
That would be a dream. Back in the day, though, if I watched these two gentlemen race from very early on, and had a real love of Ironman. So if you could go back in the time machine and get a crack at it, this would be a terrific matchup. It would be what a privilege it would be to be out there with these two gentlemen. I've said enough nice things now, but it would be fun.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to figure out if you were implying that they're both old and you're not.
No, I'm there. I've arrived in that old category. So yeah, well, c'est la vie. That's what happens, isn't it?
Mark Allen, you've been involved in so much of our sports history. It feels like this is another big part of triathlon's history that you're involved with here.
Yeah, I started in the sport in 1982, so whatever that math is, it's big math. I can't even calculate, 39 years or something like that. And I've seen a lot of first ofs happen in the sport where everything propelled to a new level. And for sure, the Collins Cup is going to be the top of that list after tomorrow. People are going to look at what goes on out there on the race course, how it's presented to the media on television, and just go, wow. And it's these, let's see, 6, 12, 18 guys and 18 women, 36 athletes that are going to be highlighted and really show you what top-level racing is all about in 2021.
There we go, Mark Allen doing math on the fly. I love it. Norman, you have seemingly put Team Europe on the pressure cooker, going after every single win I keep hearing from you. You don't feel like you're putting too much pressure on your crew?
No, not really. I hope there's not a podium here on Saturday. So International is on top. No, on paper we are the best team in the world. So we have the best or the highest ranked PTO athletes in my team. And look at the guys. I don't have to say many words. And we have to do the trash talk before. Otherwise, I'm used to with Maka and all those guys in my career. So let's keep it going.
You and Maka trash talking? I don't recall any of that.
He started it.
Yeah, and if it was just all about the numbers on the paper, we could mail it in advance. So watch out, ladies and gentlemen.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll open things up. Do we have any questions from our audience for these three? All right. Thank you so much. Mark Allen, Simon Whitfield, and Norman Statler. Jan's just offering to give Norman some swim lessons over there, I think. Too late. All right, let's get our matchups going here. We'll start with our first matchup of the day from Team Europe. He is PTO World Ranked #1, Jan Frodeno from Germany. From the United States, PTO World Ranking #4, Sam Long. And for Team International, he is PTO World Ranked #15 from Australia, Sam Appleton. So Jan, I was sort of thinking this morning we could just half your time from in July for like a half distance, and that would still be pretty darn quick, but I have a feeling that might not be fast enough to win this matchup.
I do think tomorrow is going to be very, very quick. The good thing is with Sam, we've got someone keeping it very honest from the get-go, and then I don't even have to change my memory. And the other Sam can just take over on land, and you got to push all the way to the tape. So I'm really happy with the matchup. I think it's it's a good balance between the three of us.
Sam Appleton. How are you feeling coming into this one? Feels like you got thrown on the pressure cooker a little bit by your team captain there.
Yeah, I think so, a little bit. I commented on a PTO post a couple of weeks ago saying, yeah, I'll race Jan, thinking it would just slide through the cracks, but obviously it didn't, so here I am. Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut, but yeah, I feel pretty much the same as Jan. I think he can complement my strengths, and yeah, with Sam coming from behind, we're going to have to keep our foot on the gas the whole way, so... yeah, I got a taste of that a few weeks ago in Boulder with Sam, so yeah, try not to let that happen again.
Sam Long, I just kind of feel like you're chomping at the bit for this one. Am I correct on that front, or?
Yeah, I mean, I asked for it, I got it, now I got to put my money where my mouth is. The cool thing with Jan is I found out he likes shit talking as much as me, and he could be my older brother, you know, and only he got the good swim genes, but I got the good-looking genes.
Just remember, Alistair was the bigger brother, so look at Alistair and Johnny, the tally's in his favor.
Hey, at least he didn't say he could be my dad, so that...
Yeah, true story, that actually.
Sam Long, what's key for you tomorrow?
Oh man, I mean, I just got to be able to hurt and suffer and go hard all day. There's no secret. I'm going to be probably 4 minutes back on the swim, so head down, go all out, and Jan says 5, and make sure they don't get the motos, giving them a free draft.
And that's what the guys sitting behind always think. I mean, you come to the front, see what it's like. You know, just make your way there, not at kilometer 89, just like a little bit before, and you'll see where the motos actually are.
So Sam Appleton, are you just going to sit in the middle of this and say, yeah, I'm going to race, I'll let these two talk?
I mean, yeah, maybe I can kind of go unnoticed a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm coming in as a bit of an underdog and, you know, nothing to lose really. So that's kind of my attitude going into the race. And, yeah, hopefully I can follow Jan for as long as I can, and that can hopefully hold off Sam as well. But, yeah, we'll see. It's going to be an exciting matchup for sure.
Sam likes being the underdog, but make no mistake, he's as vicious as they get, and I'm not underestimating you.
Thanks, man.
There we go. We got a love-in going here between USA and International here. The Sams. All right, I'll open this up if any of our audience have any questions. Oh. Actually, maybe we should ask you on that one, too.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Greg, I'll tell you that much.
I think you boys should try swim together.
I mean, I think it's no doubt going to take a really big performance from either one of us, and maybe Jan has an off day. Maybe that's our only chance. But, you know, Jan's been the gold standard for the last few years, and I think, yeah, just relishing in the opportunity is something that I'm really excited about. So, yeah.
Yeah, agreed. For once, I really have no answer. Jan is the man. He's as fast as it gets, and I'm truly here just to see what that is, what that level of racing is, and how close I can get, and I want to give it my all. But the guy's a legend. He's amazing. Yeah, look up to him every day, every second.
All right. So Jan, it sounds like you don't even need to start tomorrow. You got this one. You're all set. Is it going to be that easy?
It's never that easy, and I think that's kind of my only secret. I never actually take it easy. I never take it for granted. Especially, I know there, you know, everybody's scratching at the door, and I'm just kind of leaning up with all I got to try and keep that door shut. But yeah, it's definitely, you know, when you look around, it's a meeting of generations. We just saw it on the podium, and it's the one cool thing I have to say about this whole Collins Cup that really stands out to me. And I was talking amongst my team yesterday that it's so cool. You look at Simon, who was in the sport when Mark Allen, you know, was ripping Hawaii apart, and you know, now it comes up, and I was coming on when Simon was at the top of the game, and he was the first ever Olympic champion. I get goosebumps just thinking about that moment, and the races we got to share along the way, and now, you know, the next generation is coming again, and it's just really, really cool to see that whole, generational family coming together here, and getting to actually meet on the race course. So that's what I'm most excited about.
I love it. All right. There we go. Jan Frodeno, Sam Long, Sam Appleton. Our first men's match tomorrow. All right, our second match. These are, I keep saying another exciting one. The whole thing's exciting, isn't it? For Team Europe, he is PTO World Ranked number 3 from Norway, Gustav Eden. For Team USA, PTO World Ranking number 52, just coming in as a last-minute sub. Great job for Colin Chartier. And for Team International, he is PTO World Rank number 27 from New Zealand, Kyle Smith. Gustav, you're no stranger to pressure-packed situations, 70.3 Worlds, Olympics, all that fun stuff. I've asked this a few times, but is it a little different, the pressure, when you've got a team behind you and a captain saying that everyone has to win?
Yeah, and the pressure doesn't get smaller when Norman says 6 points all the time. So I have to beat both of these guys with 6 minutes to get the full pot. So yeah, the pressure is definitely on.
Woo!
That's not happening.
Thank you, Kyle. I was about to just say, Kyle and Colin, I don't need to ask any questions. Just so yes, that's not happening. Tell us about what's going to happen tomorrow.
I don't think Gustav's ever seen the front of a race on the bike, eh? He's always in a pack, so tomorrow will be interesting.
Okay, Colin, you care to jump into this one?
Yeah, I don't have too much to say. I'll let my legs do the talking tomorrow.
My legs don't talk.
Oh my goodness. So Colin, what has it been like for you? Because, you know, just sort of finding out you're doing all of this in the last little bit. Did you have time to get nervous? Are you nervous, or just looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Not too nervous. I was prepared to race anyways, the Challenge Championship the next day. So I get an opportunity to race this, so I'm going to give it my all.
I love it. Kyle, what is key for you, do you think, to take the point and mess up Norman and Gustav's plan?
Yeah, well, I think obviously Gustav's sitting here, arguably one of the best middle distance triathletes in the world right now. That said, this is such a different format that I'm so used to. I've never raced with someone in front of me in a half until the finish line. So I've swam off the front and I've biked off the front in every half that I've done, and tomorrow is going to be to see the athlete that can do that the best, because there's going to be no hiding out there. It's not like ITU where you can just sit in a pack, unfortunately.
I don't know if you have seen my races in ITU, but unfortunately I never have the front, so even though I'm not the first one out of the water, I'm still the first one in the pack.
There we go. All right, do we have any questions? Oh, here we go, Belinda.
One for Gustav. I want to know, are you wearing your special hat tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe a special hat, and maybe I'll race in the Crocs as well to see how interesting I can make this, but for sure that Taiwanese hat is going to be on.
Give us all a chance, eh?
Yeah, please do. Wear the Crocs.
I think it's only fair if everyone wears Crocs, though.
Have the three of you raced each other before, or is this the first time?
Yeah, me and Kyle has definitely raced each other before. So I think the first time was in London. We both raced age group world champs, actually. So I think I got the better of you there. So, but we have raced before, so it's exciting to race again.
And how have you, coming back from Tokyo Olympics, your result there, did that inspire you? Were you happy with that? Or has your year always been about the Collins Cup? And
yeah, I mean, an 8th place in Olympics it's okay or good enough to be like happy with it, but it's not good enough to be like 100% satisfied. So when I come back home, I was kind of not empty, but it was like not what I've been working for 5 years. So it made me more hungry to keep on improving. And Paris is only 3 years away, and Collins Cup is a great step in my training towards becoming the best. I think 6 minutes on these guys is going to be impossible on this course, actually, because the bike is way too fast to really put on any time. So maybe I could do something in a run, but for sure not 6 minutes over 18K. So, and also, I don't race my teammates here. It's all about beating the two I start with. So I don't really care about the overall time. It's only racing the others. That's what the matches are for.
I love it. All right. Hey, thank you so much. That's Gustav Eden, Colin Chartier, and Kyle Smith. All right, so our third match for tomorrow. No one's looking forward to this one at all. I think I saw somebody yawning on the stage when they were talking about this one. Oh yeah, that was this person. From Team Europe, he's a PTO World Rank number 19 from Germany, Sebastian Kienle. For Team USA, PTO World Rank number 33, Andrew Starkowitz. And for Team International from Canada, he's PTO World Rank number 2, Lionel Sanders.
Hey, Thorsten, judging by those numbers, I shouldn't even start.
There we go. Okay, so Andrew Starkowitz is not starting, so I'll just talk to Lionel and Sebastian here. No, obviously that's not going to happen. Sebastian, you're coming off a little bit of an injury, but I'm guessing things are feeling good and you're looking forward to tomorrow.
Unfortunately, not off an injury, but I'm definitely gassing, for sure. First of all, how good is this next generation? I mean, they're not only kicking our butts in all 3 disciplines, now they're even better in trash talking than us. I mean, I just want to sit down there and listen the whole time. It's so good. Yeah, it's just absolutely great to be part of this team and have a matchup like that. Definitely what I came for.
Lionel, you and Sebastian have had some classic duels here in Chamorin at the X-Bionic Sphere. How are you feeling going in tomorrow, and are you looking forward to how much Sebastian's going to make you hurt again?
According to his interview in the PTO documentary, those races didn't count or something. Those ones didn't matter. So it's 2-0. here in Samarin, but I'm excited to see if I can make it 3-0.
I think we still keep up pretty well with that, with the other guys.
Andrew, any truth to the rumor that you're just going to go easy on the bike and save things for the run?
Yeah. I mean, you watch this. I'm going to come off the bike with these guys and outrun them. I mean, that's always been my strategy, is to be first to the finish line. I don't care how
You're
I do
laughing
it.
for a reason. That's the best joke I've ever heard.
You know, I race to the finish line. I don't race the bike. I mean, I race to be the first at the finish line, and however I have to do it is what I'm going to do. So, I mean, if these guys want to turn this into a bike race, I'm more than welcoming it. They can come off the bike first and cramp on the run, and I'll dust their asses.
Lionel, you're coming off a full, I guess, what is that, 5 days ago? Is that going to affect things tomorrow?
Absolutely not. I'm here. I'm hungry. I love racing these guys. My best races have come against these guys. My best runs have come against these guys. Literally, in 2014, my best run I ever executed was against Andrew Starkowicz in Racine.
107. I thought there's no way this guy's going to catch me. He's 9 minutes back.
Yeah, 8 minutes ahead off the bike. And, well, I still caught him, and he collapsed at the finish line. So
So did you.
That's what's going to happen again here, I think. No excuses whatsoever. And I'm excited for it.
Sebastian, for you, is there a key tomorrow other than out trash talking these guys?
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult against a guy from the US to out trash talk him. So I'm not going to try that. But I think even if I wasn't able to run for half a year, I'm still a little bit, I still have a little bit of an edge on this guy on the far left. Don't know about the guy in the middle. Usually I would say suicide mission. He's not even finished the race. But with Lionel, you all know him, you've seen him. It's pretty difficult. People told me, yes, it's your race to lose. Lionel's coming off from a long course race. If you're not going to beat him now, you should retire on Sunday morning. And but with Lionel, he is just, yeah, he is a Lionel. I mean, as soon as he tastes blood, he is going to really keep biting. And I think he's going to taste some blood tomorrow for sure.
Lionel, so is there any motivation for you to get Sebastian to retire on Sunday morning?
Absolutely not. Sebastian's probably one of my favorite guys to race, so I want to keep racing, but I am going to outrun him tomorrow again, undoubtedly. But I'm more concerned about the bike, to be honest with you. After you get your ass handed to you by Cam Wharf by 10 minutes, you're pretty motivated to bike a little bit better. So I think we should all go for the fastest bike of the day.
This group, the fastest bike
here,
of the day?
yes.
Inconceivable. I don't think that's going to happen.
Can we all agree that we're going to forget that there's a run? We all probably are not going to run super great, so why don't we forget that there's a run?
The finish line.
We'll forget there's a run and we'll settle the score on the bike. Can we have an agreement that we're all going to do that?
Nope. Do we have to swim together too?
No swimming together.
I like the nope very quickly from Sebastian. All right, I will open this up. Yeah, I knew Belinda would have to.
And I'm going to say Sebi is by far my favourite triathlete ever. Always has been, always will be.
Don't take it personally, Andrew.
Sorry, Norman. Obviously, Starkey is going to win the swim out. He is the faster of the three of you. Have you two got together in a corner and spoken about working together legally on the bike to try and catch this big mouth US boy?
I think, first of all, it's just also a great opportunity for Lionel and me to really test our swim because, yeah, that's definitely the rabbit. And I mean, the only way Starkey's going to win this race is from the front, and that's what he's trying to do. And I mean, that's the reason why this format is so unique also to us athletes is there's not this like 50 other factors around you. So there's no more 49 excuses around you. You have a clean shot. You know what you have to do. It's like if one of us manages to stay with Starkey on the swim, it's probably game over for the three of us. So, I mean, therefore, that's a great opportunity also tactically to try to stay with Andrew. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a difficult ask. But I think that's why we love this matchup, because there's so much into it, also from a tactic standpoint.
Well, judging by my social media, this is the key race of the day. This is the one that everyone wants to watch.
I think there's like 12 key races, so...
I would say this one's even more interesting, and I wonder if you guys agree, because for me it's somewhat The Walking Dead, because Sebi, you're injured, Lionel, you're 6 days off an Ironman, and Andrew, no offense, mate, your running's never been your forte, and it's kind of like, I kind of feel like we're going to see you guys do the best you can with the swim and bike, and then, you know, is it going to be a walk-run? What are you looking at?
I don't care how I do it. I've been told on the internet I crawl. As long as I crawl across the finish line first, that's all I care.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the two guys from each team. These guys from each team are the ones I've raced the most in my career. I think I've raced them a combined total 20 times. I've won 0. I'm the second oldest guy on the stage here that's racing. And both these guys have world championship podiums. And somehow I'm still here racing, and I have none of them. So... we can throw all the accolades you want. Thorsten can rate me like shit all he wants. But I'm going to kick their asses tomorrow.
You go get them.
Oh, we got...
All three of you have had incredible careers, essentially racing individually. Just how cool does it feel to actually be on a team? You know, some of you, because of where you came in your careers, either came late that the Olympics weren't going to be an opportunity. But I mean, this is, in my estimation, the Olympics of the new era. How cool is it to be on a team to feel that feeling instead of being, you know, Sebi, the individual businessman, Lionel Sanders, the individual businessman, that you guys are, you know, representing Mark Allen and Norm and Simon Whitfield and those incredible teammates that you have. Like how, you know, late in some of your careers, how cool is this to actually have that chance and not be Mark Allen on the sidelines and came too late, or Simon? Like you guys are there in that era, in that moment. Lionel, start out.
Yeah, I was curious to see how this would pan out from a team standpoint, because it is an individual sport usually, and there's a lot of, as you can see, alphas here and big egos. But I mean, Team International thus far, I think we have behaved like a team. I think, you know, no one's upset about different matchups and not getting who you wanted to match up against and all these sorts of things. And from the, you know, the picking standpoint, I thought the matchups that we have are excellent for everyone's strengths and weaknesses to try and actually win the Collins Cup. And I think we actually are thinking that we can give these guys a run for their money. I know they think that it's all locked up and everything, but if we come together as a team and rise to the occasion, and of course there's going to be a few matchups that are long shots undoubtedly, but you know, all these kind of little middling matchups, if we can get the job done, I think we can actually give these guys a run for their money. And so I never really thought I would see myself in triathlon thinking like that, like, you know, rooting for my competitors and stuff. And next weekend when I race these guys again, I'm not going to be rooting for them at all. But it is a fun, you know, it's a fun experience, and certainly an experience I can see really wanting to come back and do again, and looking forward to the camaraderie and everything that we have going on here. So it's a novel event, and I do think it's a great idea, and I do think it'll be here to stay.
Yeah, I think Jan touched a little bit on that, and for me also being in the sport for more than 20 years now, more than I think 15 as a professional athlete, being on that meeting quite some time ago where we first heard of the Collins Cup, and every year it was like, yeah, next year it's gonna happen, you know. And also last year I thought like, no, next year is also not gonna happen because we still have a pandemic and so on. And the year where our World Championship in Kona got postponed for another time, and then we'll see. PTO put it on this event under the most difficult circumstances. And I think all of you guys realize that it's a difference, but also from an athlete standpoint, everybody realizes, yes, this is a little bit different, and we have the opportunity to pave the path for the next generation of athletes. And I think Lionel would agree. I just realized how much the sport made me a better person, not only in the years where I was winning races, but also during the time when I was injured, especially in the last year, you know, not having any races, but just going out on my bike and go for a run in the forest and just feeling this is therapy. And I think to showcase that sport in probably the best possible format to the next generation of athlete and attract talent to the sport, attract young athletes to the sport. That's what I'm proud of, and I'm proud of all these guys on the stage. And it's yeah, I have to say, with like 37 years of age and being a captain's pick from Norman, I barely made the team, I would say. There would have been other options, I know. I'm definitely proud of being on the stage with them and representing our sport tomorrow. And yeah, that's what it means to me. I could talk like that for another hour, but there's some other matchups coming.
Thanks, Sebi. And Andrew, did you want to just comment quickly on that?
I mean, I never felt old in the sport until, I mean, I was a young guy. I mean, I remember racing Greg and being, you know, 20, turned pro, and I was like Sebi in, you know, 2006 time frame. And so, I mean, Sebi and I have been doing this together for a long time. He still claims I owe him money from 2007 for a hotel room.
No, dinner.
Breakfast. Okay, whatever. I mean, it's 14 years.
Dallas, I can still remember it.
Yes, it is Dallas.
I'm Australian.
I've offered him the $15 or $18. He just won't take it, but you know. It's incredible to be part of, you know, triathlon as a team. The concept of team triathlon is something that's very new. I mean, we saw it in the Olympics for the first time. We're seeing it here for the first time. And I mean, to be with this group of guys, I mean, it's definitely, you look at Team Europe, I mean, they're an incredible team, but they're, you know, they're old. They're old. I mean, they're going to be great this year. But I mean, this is a young team here, and this is the team for the future. And, you know, I may not always be here. Okay, and what's the rest of them? 39, I'm keeping up, don't worry. So it's been, were you born on leap year?
Oh, good grief,
so,
here we go.
No, it's incredible that this has come about, especially, like Sebi said, during a pandemic. And just to be here, racing and having these matchups. I mean, literally when the list came out, you're looking at the athletes, and it's, I mean, it doesn't get any better. I mean, this is better than any world championship, standalone world championship. I don't know if you can find any point in history to put this many ultra-talented athletes on one stage. And then to be competing with them, against them, it's freaking awesome. So, you know, kudos to the whole PTO. I mean, everywhere you walk around, you see the black shorts busting their asses trying to get this show on the road. And it's an incredible thing. And, you know, I can't be thankful enough to be part of it because, you know, hopefully I can be doing this. Hopefully I'll be back here when I'm 40.
There we go. All right, thank you so much, Sebastian Kienle, Andrew Starkowitz, Lionel Sanders. Could listen to those guys all day, for sure. Our next matchup from Team Europe, PTO World Ranking number 10, Daniel Beckegaard. For Team USA, PTO World Ranking number 11, Ben Knutz. And for Team International from Australia, PTO World Ranking number 17, Max Newman. Ben, this, you know, all of the matchups obviously super exciting. This one promises, you guys are all so close in the rankings and stuff. Are you excited heading into this? Petrified? Looking forward to it? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, how can you not be excited about a race like this? I haven't gotten a chance to race these guys too often, but I know on paper it should be a relatively close race overall. I think the swim, bike, and run, it's going to be shoulder-to-shoulder racing, which I love, and I'm just looking forward to it.
Daniel, is that the plan for you, shoulder to shoulder, or do you maybe have a different race strategy going into this one?
Yeah, well, on paper it might look that way, but I'm going to make my best that it's not going to be like that tomorrow, for sure.
And Max, plans for you? How does this race shape out for you? Your best case scenario?
Best case, I don't know, actually. Worst case is last, but best case first, I guess. So, no, I think we're all pretty similar athletes, so I think it's actually going to be a really good, really quite close out of all the ones here. So I've raced Ben a couple of times. I think the last time was actually here. So, yeah, I've never raced Daniel, but yeah, I think it's going to be quite an even matchup.
What is it, just throw out the same question. In that scenario, potentially close race and everything, is having the team behind you add pressure or make it that much easier to push yourself?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've never really raced in a team thing. I think there's obviously a little bit more pressure. I guess it's like the closest to Olympics us long course guys get. So for us, wearing the green and gold coming from Australia, I guess it's pretty special. So I mean, yeah, there's going to be definitely a little bit more pressure, but yeah, I think it's going to make it more exciting also.
How about for you, Ben?
I love racing on a team. I've gotten to race the mixed relay a number of times, and having a team behind you is exciting and I think helps you dig a little bit deeper. So I tend to thrive on these situations, so I'm looking forward to it.
And Daniel, how about for you?
Yeah, well, it's definitely also the first time for me, and I just love the vibe, like being around such athletes with that kind of pedigree. So yeah, Norman put things very clear, and we just have to go execute.
There we go. The theme for Team Europe. Norman's told us we have to win. All right, we'll open it up. Any questions? There we go. Greg, of course.
I think actually only a couple of times. Yeah, I've never raced Max, but I think we faced each other like 2 or 3 times, so not that often.
Yeah, I've raced Ben, I think it was last time this race was on, and I think he actually came out of the water. So yeah, and I think Ben just rode the whole way on the front. I think I just sat on his wheel. I don't know. I can't remember if I passed him or not. I actually can't remember.
I think I participated in some of those races.
Yeah.
I wasn't really racing at that point, so not great showings for me against them. So this is redemption weekend for me.
I love it. All right. Thank you so much, Daniel Bakergaard, Ben Canute, Max Newman. Well, this would be our men's equivalent of the running battle that we're so looking forward to. Our 5th matchup from Team Europe, PTO World Ranking number 7 from Germany, Patrick Lange. From Team USA, PTO World Ranking number 9, Matt Hansen. And for Team International from New Zealand, PTO World Ranking number 6, Braden Curry. So Patrick, you've got this pressure-packed team that you are on. You're used to pressure, though, having defended a world title and all that stuff. But we're all thinking this is coming down to the run. Is that the way you see it?
Probably not. I think Braden and I should use our better swim performance to outswim Matt, and then work our way away from him, from Matt on the bike, and then let's let it come down to a foot race. which we all looking forward to. So yeah, that's our tactics, and I can't wait to race these two guys.
How's that sound for you, Matt? You in for that?
How many minutes you need off the bike?
30 seconds.
No, it's going to be fun. I've not had the run volume I usually have, so I've been in the pool and on the bike a lot more. So I think Thorsten's got me 2 minutes back out of the water, so we'll see what happens.
Boy, Thurston's taken a rough ride here today. I apologize on your behalf. He's just purely doing it on numbers, guys. Don't take it personally. But so, Braden, how about for you? How do you see this?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be definitely interesting racing. I don't know, we've matched up a couple of times, but not a whole lot altogether. And yeah, I mean, Patrick probably won't have his big blue Smurf in front of him for this race, so that might make a little bit of a difference. So we'll see how that rolls out. At the end of the day, we're very, I'd say, similar runners, and that's probably the most exciting part of this matchup. And fingers crossed. I mean, it'd be great to see all three of us come off and have a straight up rundown battle.
Do I ask you if you want to comment on that at all, Patrick? Or you're just going to leave that one?
We will see tomorrow, mate.
I was going to say, it seems to me that, the races that I've seen you this year, there's been a big emphasis for you on swim, bike, and then, obviously continuing your big run. Has that been something that you've been working on, or is that just standard for you? It's always been like that.
Who are you asking? Me?
Yes, Patrick. So for you, is that I feel like you've been really trying to improve that swim and bike so that it's not just Patrick Lange, the running weapon. You want to.
Sure. Yeah, of course. I try to up my game. Obviously, working with a bike specialist for 2 years now, training back home with the pro cyclists. They're kicking my ass from time to time, so that made me stronger. And I can't wait to. I mean, I've proven it this season, I guess, and it's all showing the right direction. So I want to prove it tomorrow once again.
Awesome. Once again, for you guys, just quickly, what does it mean to be doing all of this on behalf of a team and racing for a bunch of guys? How will that change things for you? Start with you, Matt.
I don't think the approach to the individual race changes much. You still have to go out there and execute the best day possible, but the team aspect adds another wrinkle, and it even if you're not having the best days, it keeps the pressure on to get to the finish with as small of a gap as possible. It's just another format where you have to go all the way to the line, and being able to represent the red, white, and blue is always a special time.
Braden?
I mean, actually, to be honest, the biggest thing I like about the team aspect is it's pretty clear that we're all got pretty big egos. We're professional athletes, we do it for a job, we're competitive, and you turn up to world champs, Kona and everything, and while we like to think that we're friendly and social, there's definitely a few kind of displaced eyes as you're walking around the crowd or looking away. So in a lot of ways, it's cool to be able to be here with some incredible athletes and not feel like you're going to be on the course to beat them. There's only actually 2 others that you want to beat on the race day, but the rest of you can hang out and enjoy.
Patrick, we'll end off with you. How's it, the camaraderie, and how does it feel to be part of a team?
At some point, it feels more like a school trip. we had good fun together, and it's different. It's a different approach of racing, and I think it's new for all of us. But so far, I just see smiling faces. I think every one of us is enjoying it, and we all have the feeling that we're taking part of the start of something big, something that could change the sport forever. And I think looking back in a few weeks or months' time, we all will be very proud to have been part of something that changed the sport forever.
Love it. That's very well said. Go for it, Greg.
Okay, I'm part of this show now. Braden, question for you in 2 parts. You've traveled the furthest. You've come all the way Australia, New Zealand, I don't know where you've been, but it's, firstly, how's the jet lag? And do you think having this race in Europe gives the Europeans a massive advantage since they don't have to deal with any sort of travel? The travel for them and all the restrictions have been a lot easier than for someone like yourself.
Mate, they need all the help they can get, so we'll be fine. I definitely started my career adventure racing, so I'm pretty used to a lack of sleep and dealing with that side of things. So, I mean, I haven't had the perfect build-up, but I'm definitely pretty happy to be here and racing and injury-free and excited about it. So, yeah, it'll be good.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much. Patrick Lange, Matt Hansen, Braden Curry. All right, so for our 6th match from Team Europe, PTO World Ranking number 5 from Great Britain, Joe Skipper. For Team USA, Justin Metzler. And for Team International, PTO World Ranking number 26 from Canada, Jackson Laundrie. So we're sort of wondering if it could all come down to this final matchup. You guys are out on the course. You guys ready for the pressure? For your captains coming and Mark Allen, Justin coming and telling you got to win so that Team USA takes the title. You ready for that?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely prepared for any sort of situation. I think if you look at race number 12, first and foremost, it could come down to this race. And it's really interesting with Jack and I, as 2 of the lower ranked athletes in the PTO, for it to all come down, the pressure to be on our shoulders, and for Joe to, step up to his PTO world rank number 5. So really interesting situation. I think this could potentially be the closest, most competitive race. And I'm really looking forward to putting Team USA on my back and bringing it home.
So Jackson Laundrie, is this going to be the closest and most competitive race?
Probably not. It won't be close at a lot of different times, just in what our different skill sets are, I think. And, we kind of all, there's a clear probably best swimmer in Justin and a best biker in Joe, and I think I'm the best runner for this distance. So there's probably going to be a lot of movement. It could be pretty close at different times, but we kind of, looking at the matchups, you kind of feel like maybe the leftovers here at the end, like what do we got left, and that's what it is. But don't stop watching, because I think, no matter what happens, I'm going to be going 100% to the line, and whether that's battling for a win or going for extra points or, going for not losing as many points, it'll be exciting right to the end of the 12th race, I think.
Joe Skipper, PTO ranked number 5. How does it feel to be a leftover?
Well, if the pressure's on, it comes down to this race, it could still be quite exciting. I think these boys are going to have their work cut out on the bike, because I've raced against them a couple of times this year, and they're fine when they get on the run and they've been sitting in a pack. But, when there's just 3 of us out there and we're all left to our own devices, I think it's going to be a different story. And I think they're going to struggle to execute the run they can with heavy legs.
Yeah, no trash talking here at all. It's great to see. I sort of asked Justin about the pressure. Jackson, you ready for Simon Whitfield to come up and say, hey, I took a gold medal for Canada, and you need to give up a lung for Team International here?
Yeah, he doesn't have to tell me that. I mean, when you've got team captains that have accomplished what they have and you're just honored to be part of it, you've got that extra, you have that extra willingness to push beyond what you've ever had before. So Joe's going to be, working really hard on the bike, and he better get 5 minutes, because that's what he'll need. So, I've won plenty of races off the front on the bike too. So don't you worry about needing to be in a pack.
And Joe Skipper, pressure's on. Norman said you guys have to win all of them. Sounds like, though, you're confident you can get this one done.
Yeah. I mean, the pressure's on, but I'm super motivated. Obviously, being part of Team Europe with this class bunch of guys is really motivating. I hope I don't let them down and do myself justice out there. So I'm really pumped up to dust these guys off and see what I can do.
I love it.
I've got a rebuttal to that quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I've been thinking a lot about this matchup, obviously.
And I think Joe, I'm not feeling like a leftover at all. I feel like I'm getting put right in the race that I was meant to be in, maybe Jackson as well. But I feel like Joe is probably feeling like the leftovers of the European team given his PTO world rank number 5. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts on that, Joe, because obviously we all know your success over the Ironman. It's clear how dominant you are there, but do you feel like you only have one pace, or do you think you can elevate to Jack and I's level?
Well, yeah. I mean, now you like over the half distance. Yeah, I'm definitely the weaker member of the European team, but that's why I'm looking forward to doing myself justice and showing them what I can do. And you boys have got no excuses, have you? I mean, if you couldn't beat me, then you're not going to beat anyone else on the team. So this is your best shot.
So this is the point where I'm just going to leave the room, and I'll leave it to you. Justin, next question. That was awesome.
That's the only question I had queued up. I really,
Jackson, do you have anything
I'll let
to
Joe ask one, though. Joe, come on, fire one at me, man.
Mate, I haven't got any questions. Like, I'm just getting myself motivated and looking forward to seeing what you've got on tomorrow.
Greg, you play.
In her specific race, that's an interesting one. I'm gonna need.
We need an answer. We need an answer right now.
Yeah, I'm cheering for USA, even if that pisses off things at home. I'm gonna have to mend the fence. You know what? Yeah, you know what? For this one day, I think she'll let it slide. I think we're all gloves are off on Saturday, and I think we'll be all right no matter what happens. But I do think Jeannie and I have an interesting dynamic. I think, if anything, I want USA to win number 1, like I said, but I do not want to bring that broken spoke home. So, we're going to do everything that we possibly can to ensure that Europe does not win this thing, even though they think they have it by a landslide. So, if Jeannie can be part of that and I can be part of it, we're going to give it everything Team Metzler's got.
Just as a heads up from somebody who's been married for 34 years, she is not going to let that slide.
I've been in the doghouse before. I'll be there again. What's another shot?
Absolutely.
Why not?
There you go. All right. Hey, with that, let's call it right there. So, Joe Skipper, Jackson Laundrie, Justin Metzler. So, folks, that concludes our press conference here for today. Comedy Central, once again, here at the Collins Cup. Before all of you guys run away, I know that the photographers are going to ask you all to stand up and get as close together as possible for a photo, and then we will move on from there. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow afternoon. And thank you so much, gentlemen, and thank you, everyone, for joining us here for our press conference.
Patrick, this has got to feel like